Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking process here for you today. I'm going to be starting out doing some mixed media, and I've treated my Bazzill Marshmallow cardstock here with some clear gesso from Prima. I'm going to take my Coral Macaroon Vicki Boutin acrylic paint here. I've watered it down and I'm just taking it across from left to right across my page. I'm trying to leave it a little bit darker on the right side. I'm just kind of letting it drip from the left side to the right. And now I'm taking some of the Dina Wakley acrylic paint in Tangerine, and I'm going to put some splatters with some really watered down acrylic paint from that color onto my layout as well. I'm going to be using the Kaisercraft Blessed collection, which is pink and orange. If you're wondering why I decided to go with that color palette, I love these two colors together and I really love this collection. It's the color combo is what really drew me to the collection in the first place. I love it. And I'm going to be scrapbooking some of Bailey's wedding photos today, and I just love the softness of this. I think it's really pretty, and I hope you agree when you see the layout come together. I'm going to use some molding paste here through a stencil. This is a Crafter's Workshop stencil. It's a Rebecca Meyer stencil. I don't remember the name of it, but I will try to remember to leave it in the description box below in case you like it. I decided to go over top of my acrylic paint with this because I wanted to just experiment with some layering with the mixed media on the layout. So you can see that I've just taken my palette knife and I'm just drawing the molding paste through the stencil, and I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do some more painting over top of this. So just going to give that a little bit of drying time. Once that's all dry, I will go back in with that pink acrylic paint and basically just repeat what I've already done. And just going to go over top of that, and just again from left to right, I'm going to just let that drip a little bit and just bring the paint over onto the left side, and it's going to be darker on onto the right side, sorry. It's going to be darker on the left and then getting lighter over to the right side. And then I'll take that tangerine paint again and I will do some more splattering. And the key here, if you want to have a little bit more control over your paint, is to make sure that you get lots of water in it. And that way you can just, continue to add layers of it and make it darker wherever you want it to be darker. So I'm just going to add some splatters here, first some smaller ones, and then I'm going to get even more water in my brush. I'm going to switch brushes. I'm going to use this mop brush that I have in my stash. I used to do a lot of folk art painting. I bet there's lots of you out there that have done lots of acrylic painting as well. So I have a lot of acrylic paint in my stash, and I have a lot of brushes. And so this mop brush, it really absorbs a lot of water. So if you want some really nice big splatters, that's a good way to achieve that. You can just squeeze it and it gives you some nice big drops. Now I'm taking a baby wipe and I'm just rubbing off in a few areas. I'm rubbing off a little bit of that paint just to make it look kind of a little bit more distressed. And then I added some white acrylic splatters, and I didn't do that on camera. I'm not even sure if you can really even see it, but it's there. This is a cut file from an Etsy shop called Handipaper, and I was drawn to this specific cut file for this layout because of the 4 different areas for photos. I'll talk about that in a minute once I show you the photographs, but I'm just going to take my glue here and I'm going to put some liquid adhesive on the back of the cut file. I'm going to stick it down onto some vellum. I wanted the paper backing the cut file to be translucent because it's going to kind of cover up my photos a little bit, and I wanted it to be able to see through it. Now I'll explain that a bit more when I get to my photos, but I think it'll become clear when you see what happened with one of the photos in particular. So I'm going to just stick this over top of my vellum, and then I will just fussy cut around the edge of the cut file. And in that way, the cut file is going to be backed with that vellum. And I really like how that looks. Now, what I also did was I used my sewing machine and some white thread just to sew around the petals of the flowers and just to add that little bit of extra texture and detail. These are my 4 photos. I love these photographs, you guys. They are so adorable. And what this is, the top left photo, you can see Bailey's dad's eyes are closed, and this is his first look at her on her wedding day. So his eyes are closed, and then that second photo there that I'm just putting in, his eyes are open and they're gonna hug, and then he kisses her on the cheek in the bottom left-hand corner, and in the bottom right-hand corner, she's putting his boutonniere on him. I love these photos. They're so sweet. I am going to do some journaling, but I am going to do it on the back of the layout just because it's a little bit more personal. And I'm sure you understand. Sometimes it's just like that when you're sharing your projects. You just want to kind of keep that personal. And I have mentioned quite a few times here on my channel, I always tell my kids when they look back at the albums to make sure that they just pull the layouts out of the page protectors a little bit and check the back to see if there's some kind of hidden nugget of little sentiment or information on the back. Now I'm taking some of the die cut pieces from the collection, and I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want to put some things. I don't want to put a whole lot on here because I feel like the cut file and the photos and the mixed media just kind of say it all. So I don't want to put too much. I'm only going to put a couple of embellishment clusters diagonally from top to bottom, from the left top corner to the bottom right corner. So I'm going to use one of the die cut phrases there that says grateful. I'm going to use a floral piece down there and another little floral piece and a heart on each of the corners. And you'll see me just doing the embellishing here as I go along. I did use foam adhesive on the topmost layer. So little tip for you, if you're working on your layering, you're trying to figure out how you want to add good layers to your projects. What I always find is the top layer, I always make sure that layer has a good amount of foam adhesive to bring it up to the top, and then you can layer things in behind that a little bit more easily. Now I did actually add foam adhesive to the cut file and the 4 photos because I wanted to pop them up. And you can see that I've also sized the white cardstock down and added pink cardstock to frame in my whole layout. And that pink cardstock is Tutu Pink. It's a textured cardstock from Bazzill, and I love it. It's my favorite color cardstock. And it just goes so nicely with the pinks in the mixed media. So I'm gonna pop this this die cut phrase here, grateful. I'm gonna just pop that up on some foam adhesive. I didn't want it right on the photo. I just want it down a little bit because I want the frame of that photo to be prominent. I didn't want to cover it. And I'm basically going to imitate that same cluster in that top left-hand corner. So I'm going to use one of the black and white die cut foliage pieces. I'm going to use another one of those flowers, die cut flowers. I'm going to use one of those little messy hearts, and I'm going to use another die cut word, and that one's thankful, and this one is in the orange. I thought about adding some pops of black, but you know what? I just didn't feel like I wanted to do that with this layout. I feel like the layout is just really soft and pretty and delicate, and I didn't want to add any black to it, so that's what I decided. And I popped those little hearts up on a little bit of foam adhesive as well. I did do a little bit of stitching around the white edge of, or around the edge of the white cardstock. And here I'm just showing you those photos, and I just love that. And I really like this layout. And I did do another wedding layout with the Blessed collection from Kaisercraft, so I will put those beside each other in the album. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me right to the end and for dropping by my channel today. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, guys, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.